Okay, this is honestly one of the sweetest celebrity stories I've heard in a long time, and the fact that it was kept completely secret until now makes it even better. Hawke got married. Like actually married. On Valentine's Day. February 14, 2026. And we're just finding out about it now because someone who attended the wedding posted photos. There was no announcement beforehand. No magazine exclusive. No Instagram reveal. Just a private intimate ceremony with family and close friends. And when you hear who was there and how it all went down, you're gonna understand why this is such a beautiful story. So let me break down everything we know about Hawke's secret Valentine's Day wedding because there are so many wholesome details and honestly it's refreshing to see a celebrity doing things this way. Let's get into it. First, let me tell you who Hawke is for anyone who might not know. Maya Ray Thurman Hawke was born July 8, 1998 in New York City. Her mother is Uma Thurman, the Kill Bill actress, Pulp Fiction icon, absolute legend. Her father is Ethan Hawke, also a massive actor. Before Sunrise, Training Day, multiple Oscar nominations. So Maya is what people call a Nepo baby. A child of famous parents who got opportunities in the industry because of her family connections. And Maya has been very open about this. She said, "Yes, I had privilege. Yes, my parents' fame opened doors. But I also worked really hard." And she has. Maya started acting in her late teens. She had a small role in the BBC adaptation of Little Women in 2017. Then she was in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 2019 playing a member of the Manson family. But her big breakthrough came when she was cast in Stranger Things Season 3 as Robin Buckley. Robin works at Scoops Ahoy with Steve Harrington. And she quickly became a fan favorite. She's smart. She's funny. She's sarcastic. And in one of the most celebrated moments of the series, Robin comes out to Steve as a lesbian. That scene was so well done. So heartfelt. And Maya's performance made it land perfectly. She's been a main cast member ever since. And Stranger Things fans absolutely love her. But Maya's not just an actress. She's also a musician. She's released 2 albums. Blush in 2020 and Moss in 2022. Indie folk music. Very personal lyrics. And she's really talented. She's toured. She's performed at festivals. She's built a music career separate from her acting. So Maya is doing her own thing. Carving out her own identity. Not just riding on her parents' fame. And now she's married. To Christian Lee Hutson. And here's who he is. Christian is an indie musician. Singer-songwriter. He's 33 years old, so he's 5 years older than Maya. He's released several albums. His music is very introspective. Emotional. He's part of the indie music scene. He's toured with Phoebe Bridgers. He's connected to the boygenius crew, which is Phoebe Bridgers, Julian Baker and Lucy Dacus. So Christian and Maya run in the same artistic circles. They're both musicians. Both creative. Both kind of private people despite being in the public eye. They've been dating for several years. Like since at least 2022, maybe earlier. They've been spotted together at events. They've posted subtle things on social media. But they've kept their relationship very low-key. No constant PDA. No tabloid drama. Just a normal couple living their lives. And apparently they decided to get married on Valentine's Day. Now here's what we know about the wedding. It happened on February 14, 2026. Valentine's Day. Which is incredibly romantic. The ceremony was small and intimate. Family and close friends only. No big celebrity spectacle. No 500-person guest list. Just the people who matter most. And the location was reportedly somewhere private. Maybe a family property or a rented venue. The details are still coming out. But what we do know is who was there. And this is where it gets really sweet. Thurman and Ethan Hawke were both there. Maya's parents, who famously divorced in 2004 after a very messy split. Ethan had an affair with the nanny. It was a huge scandal. Was devastated. The divorce was ugly. And for years there was tension between them. But over time they've managed to co-parent their two kids, Maya and her younger brother Levon. And they've been civil. For the sake of their children. And at Maya's wedding they both showed up. They sat in the front row. They watched their daughter get married. And by all accounts it was beautiful. No drama. No awkwardness. Just two parents who love their daughter putting aside their past to celebrate her happiness. That's growth. That's maturity. That's what good parenting looks like. The entire Stranger Things cast was also there. Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike. Sadie Sink, who plays Max Caleb McLaughlin. Gatton Matarazzo. Noah Schnapp. The whole crew. Because these people have been working together for years. They're not just co-stars, they're family. And the photos that have leaked show them all dressed up celebrating Maya. Hugging her. Dancing. Having the best time. Fans are losing their minds over the Stranger Things reunion. One person tweeted, "The way the entire ST cast showed up for Maya's wedding, I'm sobbing." Another said, "This is why Stranger Things will always be special. They're a real family." Someone else said Robin Buckley got married and all her friends were there. "I'm not crying, you're crying." It's really wholesome. Because in Hollywood a lot of casts pretend to be close for publicity but then never talk once the show ends. But the Stranger Things kids genuinely love each other. And showing up for Maya's wedding proves that. Now let's talk about the wedding itself. From the photos that have been shared, Maya wore a simple white dress. Not some elaborate designer gown. Not a huge puffy princess dress. Just a simple elegant white dress. Very understated. Very her. Christian wore a suit. Also simple. The vibe was intimate and personal. There were flowers. There was music. There were heartfelt vows. And it was reportedly one of the most emotional ceremonies people had ever been to. Because Maya and Christian are both artists. Both deeply feeling people. And their love for each other was apparently so evident that everyone was crying. Thurman was crying. Ethan Hawke was crying. The Stranger Things cast was crying. It was just pure love and joy. No pretense. No performative Instagram moments. Just two people committing their lives to each other, surrounded by the people they love most. That's what a wedding should be. What's interesting is that Maya and Christian didn't announce the wedding beforehand. They didn't post about it on social media. They didn't sell the photos to a magazine. They just did it. Quietly. Privately. And we only found out because someone who attended posted a few photos after the fact. And even those photos are minimal. No close-ups of Maya and Christian. No details about the venue or the dress designer or the flowers. Just a few candid shots showing a beautiful intimate celebration. And honestly, that's so refreshing. Because we live in an age where everything is content. Every moment is performed for social media. Every life event is monetized. But Maya and Christian chose not to do that. They chose to keep this moment sacred. Private. Just for them. And that's beautiful. It shows they value their relationship more than they value public attention. That's rare. Especially for someone as famous as Maya. This wedding also says something about generational differences. Maya is 27 years old. She's a millennial borderline Gen Z. And her generation is approaching celebrity differently than previous generations. They're more private, more selective about what they share, more aware of the performative nature of social media. And they're pushing back against it. Look at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They're mega famous, but they keep a lot of their relationship private. Or Zendaya and Tom Holland. Same thing. They share little glimpses, but they don't exploit their relationship for clicks. Maya and Christian are doing the same thing. They got married on Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year. And they didn't post about it. They just enjoyed it. That's a level of maturity and self-awareness that's honestly impressive. Because the pressure to share everything must be enormous. But they resisted. They chose each other over the audience. And that's how you build a real lasting relationship. Not one that's performed for likes and comments. Now let's talk about Maya's journey to this point because it's been interesting. Growing up as the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke comes with a lot of baggage. Everyone knows who you are before you even introduce yourself. Everyone has expectations. Everyone compares you to your parents. And Maya has spoken openly about struggling with that. She's talked about how she felt pressure to succeed. How she dealt with imposter syndrome. How she questioned whether she deserved the opportunities she got. But she's also been honest about her privilege. In an interview she said, "Look, I'm not gonna pretend I didn't grow up with advantages. I did. My parents are famous. That opened doors. But I also worked really hard. I auditioned. I got rejected. I put in the time. And I think that honesty is what makes people respect her." She's not pretending she's self-made. But she's also not coasting on her parents' fame. She's trying to carve out her own identity. And she's succeeding. Stranger Things made her a star in her own right. Her music career is growing. And now she's married to someone who loves her for her. Not for her famous parents. Not for her career. Just for who she is as a person. Christian Lee Hutson is also an interesting guy. He's been in the music industry for over a decade. He's released albums under his own name. He's also been in bands. He's worked with Phoebe Bridgers, who's one of the biggest indie artists right now. And he's known for being incredibly talented but also very humble. He doesn't chase fame. He just makes music he believes in. And that probably resonates with Maya. Because she's the same way. She's not trying to be the biggest star in the world. She's trying to do work she's proud of. And Christian gets that. They're both artists who value authenticity over clout. That's a solid foundation for a marriage. One thing people are really fixated on is the fact that Uma and Ethan were both there. Because their split was so messy. Ethan cheated on Uma with their nanny Ryan Shaw Hughes, who he then married after the divorce. So Ethan's second wife is the woman he had an affair with while married to Uma. That's brutal. And Uma has never really forgiven him publicly. She's made comments over the years suggesting she's still hurt by what happened. But she's also been clear that she'll always co-parent with Ethan for the sake of their kids. And this wedding is proof that she meant it. She showed up. She was gracious. She celebrated her daughter. And that takes a lot of strength. Because sitting in the same room as your ex-husband who cheated on you and destroyed your family. That's hard. But Uma did it. For Maya. And that's the kind of love a parent has for their child. You put aside your own pain so they can have their moment. And Ethan also deserves credit for showing up and being respectful. Because he easily could have caused drama. But he didn't. He was there as Maya's dad. Supporting her. And that's what matters. The Stranger Things cast being there also speaks volumes. Because Maya could have just invited a couple of her closest co-stars. But she invited everyone. The whole family. And they all came. Even though they're all busy. Even though some of them are filming other projects. They made time. Because that's what you do for family. And the photos of them all together are so heartwarming. You can see the genuine love and support. These people have been through so much together. They grew up on that show. They became famous together. They dealt with the pressures of being child stars together. And now they're adults. Getting married. Starting their own lives. And they're still there for each other. That's rare in Hollywood. And it's beautiful. So what happens next for Maya and Christian? Well, they're married now. They'll probably keep living their lives quietly. Making art. Making music. Staying out of the tabloids. Maybe they'll have kids eventually. Maybe not. But whatever they do, it'll be on their own terms. And that's the whole point. This wedding wasn't about making a statement. It wasn't about getting publicity. It wasn't about anything other than two people in love making a commitment to each other. And in a world where everything is so performative and curated and fake, that's incredibly refreshing. Maya Hawke and Christian Lee Hutson got married on Valentine's Day. They kept it private. They invited the people they love. They celebrated their love. And then they went on with their lives. No Instagram post. No magazine cover. No hashtag. Just love. And that's the way it should be. So there you have it. Maya Hawke secretly married Christian Lee Hutson on Valentine's Day. Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke both attended despite their messy divorce. The entire Stranger Things cast was there. It was intimate, private, and beautiful. And we only found out because someone posted photos after the fact. This is how Gen Z celebrities are doing things. Private. Authentic. Real. And honestly, it's so much better than the overproduced spectacles we're used to seeing. What do you think? Do you love that Maya kept this private, or do you wish she'd shared more? And are you obsessed with the Stranger Things cast reunion? Because I definitely am. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe because we're covering all the celebrity weddings and major moments as they happen. Until next time, remember that the best moments in life are the ones you don't post about. They're just for you. And Maya Hawke just proved that. Peace.